Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another trailer reaction with the best boys, Getselious and Sithscott.
Hello.
And this time around, we're reacting to another Trails into Reverie trailer snippet with our good boy Rean. This time, he's no longer doing the head pats. If you haven't seen the head pat video, go check that one out. Or Lloyd, check that one out too. It's also the channel. Check them out. We talk about that. Rean this time is much more serious, and he gets into, I guess, his actual internal turmoils, as Scott alluded to in the previous video.
Yep.
Yep. And before we get more dramatic detail about it, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell as well. Help us in our internal turmoil by making sure those numbers go up. And follow myself, Getselious and Sithscott, in the link description below, which is, that will make the turmoil in our heart with our low numbers go up. It's really hard because, when I look at my tweets and I see, like, someone just, I say good morning, someone says F you right under me, that really drives me to become a demon, destroy everyone in there. That's what it's all about.
As long as it drives you to do something in the morning.
Yeah, do something rather than go back to bed. I'm tired. I'm sleeping now. Oh, man. All right, so let's get that trailer started.
Maybe you're right. If I made even one mistake, this is how it could have ended.
Okay.
I'm sure you've already noticed. There's still a wall inside myself that I want to overcome.
I'm assuming he's talking about the things that I never played Cold Steel, but you mentioned earlier that he has some internal issues because he been to the war.
Yes, he's seen a lot of things.
Yeah. He just like Frank West. He covered wars.
War never changes.
Yeah, just lost sin battle. Nice.
I still hold fear in my heart. It's not something I can reject, either. No matter what happens, I will never lose myself. Where one trail ends, another begins.
Oh, he said it. Oh man,
He
okay.
said that.
He said the catchphrase. All right, 5 stars. Will main again. This guy's great. I love him. All right, last trailer -5 stars. Possibly potential, FBI informant down. This time, he said the catchphrase. He made it very clear that he's fighting an internal struggle that's inside of him that I don't know what is because I didn't play the game, but it's interesting. And he holds his hand over his eye a lot, so that means he can wear an eye patch.
Someone's got to wear the eye patch.
Honestly, though, if he did that and his eyes changed color, I know it's a cheap anime trope, but I would have paused. Like, oh my god, he has 2 different eye colors. Let's pog. I don't know if that would have been me, but that's a bad idea.
As long as it's fun.
Yeah, long as fun. Yeah. Other than that, though, he seems like I don't know, like compared to the first trailer I've seen of him. Like here he is this dumb-go-lucky guy, but he also inside of him is this beast that wants to just straight up eat all the tacos at Taco Bell, which I don't think it's a good idea to go out. Just let you know.
Nah, that kind of destroys toilets and holes.
Yeah, but he's fighting the fear inside of him to do it again. The fear inside of him to eat Taco Bell at 2 in the morning. Oh no, but it seems interesting though. Can you give more insight on the guy he fought with the sword there? Was that his master or something? Because I never played Cold Steel, so hope no spoilers, of course.
That guy himself is kind of a spoiler for Cold Steel 3.
Ooh.
You kind of meet him, kind of don't. You see him, you kind of hear about him mostly. He's one of the characters in your party's father, who's like dealing with stuff.
Oh.
And let's just say Rean wants to probably settle things for him, but
Oh.
I feel like there's going to be more to the story of those two, which is good because that the character in question, his name is Kurt. He doesn't have a lot of growth in the Cold Steel series as opposed to the other 2 characters that you get in the 3 and 4, basically.
Oh.
So I'm hoping that, well, I'm guessing that this means is that we're going to see more growth of Kurt and his father.
Fantastic, because it's like it would really like it would suck if Rean, because I know he has the older brother slash like instructor or protector type, but if he takes away the solving the problem for Kurt, it kind of ruins the character's growth, as well as it doesn't feel like Kurt's problems are as important as Rean's, I guess. You get what I'm saying?
I mean,
Yeah.
Rune's problems basically span a lot of things, but I do like it when they do kind of let the other characters handle their own problems instead of, having Reen solve everything.
Yeah, it's because the idea, like, to me, like, how to put this, like, the Mary Stu, Gary Stu type characters, it's like they're overpowered, blah blah blah, and the whole 9 yards, right? It's a topic. But one of the core problems with characters like that is that any other problem that's adversity to someone else, they solve it and then they get the power from it. It wasn't their problem to solve to begin with. It really dehumanizes the character with the problem and takes away their ability to grow or have meaning. They just exist as a plot point rather than a character.
Yeah. Though we'll say that there is one way that I do kind of fine with that kind of ideal with someone actually solving a problem for them, is if it causes another problem for the other person that was trying to deal with it in the first place. Which they do in, I think it's Cold Steel 3, with Yuna, who's trying to get things on better grounds with Rean because of issues that happened during the war, kind of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
And he solves the problem, and she kind of gets upset, and it causes more issues between the two of them. Because she wanted to be the one that, was the hero and everything. But
right.
Rean is because Rean has the problem, he has a hero complex where he has to save everybody and everything from everything.
Yeah, that I had a sense.
His issues.
Yeah, I mean, this guy. Yeah, I could definitely see that in him. I mean, he wants them to earn the head pats. He doesn't give them for free. Which but no, I definitely understand that. And it's like I was gonna say if it's okay with that if Rean has to solve the problem, because give it I'll just break it down to a simple writing tool. Like you're in an RP, you're in a guild, and your bard or your rogue stole from the king. You don't care about it, but now the king is targeting the guild. It's now your problem, like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm okay with that as well. When it becomes other people's problem, it's a good way to use it. But I would still prefer the person who caused the problem kind of solve it rather than
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't need to have a Rean character that can solve literally everything because of he's Rean.
Yeah. Luckily, that doesn't happen to the actual best character, Lloyd. Lloyd lets his friend solve everything, and Lloyd has never committed a war crime. Again, Lloyd is a good person who is a cop and defends the law for his people. As you can see in my eyes, there's no lie in my eyes.
Lloyd is the only, when someone says not all cops, they mean Lloyd specifically.
Yeah, exactly. Not all cops, just Lloyd. Yeah, yeah, like ACAB except Lloyd. Like they had to add that in there, like ... except Lloyd. Like Lloyd's like, I understand.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. But honestly, though, I'm looking forward to seeing more of his hero. It would be also interesting too in Reverie that what if they decide to break his hero complex, realize he's not supposed to be the savior, because what if he bumps into Lloyd? Lloyd's like, what are you doing? This is more. I'm trying to save my country. You're like, I'm going to be the goddamn president. What the hell, man?
I would be kind of happy if they do that, just because so Cold Steel 1 and 2 relies basically heavily on Rean having this stupid complex over and over, with all of his party members basically saying, you're going to get yourself killed this way. And it's not going to help the person actually you want to save, because you're going to probably make things harder for them in the long run sometimes. Yeah. And Cold Steel 3 and 4 has a whole other problem that basically all of Rean's little troubles and issues kind of go to the backside, because there's a lot more issues that happen with the whole war,
Yeah,
war happens.
Yeah, I can't imagine how war happens. It's like I say it as I look away, like wink, wink to the camera, wink. War happens. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I do feel like if they break his hero complex, it'll be a very interesting arc for him to grow, because you can still be a Big Brother protector type, but you don't have to solve their problems. It's the same thing. I'm gonna take a small tangent here. Why I deeply like the Yakuza series. Kiryu solves problems, but he doesn't really solve everyone's. He teaches them a lesson or tries to empower them to do it themselves, be better people. It isn't about him just punching everyone to oblivion. It's about him giving a lesson and punching you to oblivion.
Yeah, I really like Yakuza games for that, but I think it's also because Kiryu is really good with basically he doesn't solve the NPCs big giant problems. He helps them solve their own internal problems that helps them get stronger to then solve the bigger problems on their own.
Exactly. And I think that's the path I think I would like Rean to take. Hopefully it happens in this game. It doesn't. It's still cool. This game comes out in July. Please, please, NIS. Hit us up on Twitter at Getselious. You can hit me up there. Or hit up Sithscott at Sithscott on Twitter. You too, the viewer, you right there watching this video, hit us up on Twitter. I just said it. At Getselious, at Sithscott. If you don't know that, if you somehow forget it, it's the links in the description below. If you haven't already, while you're looking through the description, hit that sub button. It makes the number go up. We're at 15K, we can make that number go higher.
It's a very addictive button to press.
Exactly. If you help that number go up, we will help Rean find therapists. We will pay for the therapy money. We can do that. Only if you help.
Oh man, does he need it?
Oh man, yeah, exactly. So make that number go up by subscribing to the channel and liking the video. And honestly, let us know what you think. What will be the conclusion of Rean's story in the Trails into Reverie. So without the way, thank you guys so much for checking out our opinions, our take of the game, and all the rambles in between. And that is Getselious and Sithscott, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.